What is up, all National Wrestling Shooters members and viewers? This is Scott Casey Gale, Will Field #1, the owner and chairman of the National Wrestling Shooters, and today I'm going to give you my WWE Raw and Smackdown Live review and NXT review on that bill. Okay, let's begin with the Raw review. Shall we? The commentators for a while were Michael Cole, Corey Graves, and Jonathan Coachman. WWE Raw results. The show opened with a promo setting up a Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Stephanie McMahon and Triple H for Rousey's debut match at WrestleMania. I thought it was a good opening segment. I like how Kurt Angle told Triple H and Stephanie that they have 2 contracts, and I like how Stephanie tried to run away, then Ronda Rousey took her out. I like that. I thought it was a really good way to open the show, and I thought it was a really good opening segment. And I'm actually looking forward to Triple H and I'm actually looking forward to Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie. I think it's going to be a really good match. I really like the way WWE is using Ronda Rousey. And then Asuka defeated Nia Jax. Asuka won by submission from an armbar. And it was okay. The Bar defeated the Revival. Cesaro pinned Scott Dawson up to a neutralizer. I thought this was a decent match at best. John Cena defeated Goldust. Cena appeared on Raw to talk about his road to WrestleMania again and was confronted by Goldust. Cena was able to put away Goldust with an attitude and touching. This match, I thought this match was crap. This match was not needed, and to me, this match was crap. And then Hillbilly Jim was announced for the latest induction to the Hall of Fame 2018. And then Bayley defeated Mandy Rose. Bayley won with a roll, leading to an absolution attack. Sasha Banks made a save and tried to hug Bayley, but she refused. One of them is turning heel. It's either Sasha Banks turning heel or it's Bayley turning heel. But one of them is turning heel. And then the Symphony of Destruction match. Braun Strowman defeated Elias. Strowman won the musical instrument and theme flowers called Anywhere Hardcore match by crashing Elias with piano. This was a really good match, but I thought it could have been better. I liked Elias playing the piano. I thought this was pretty funny, but honestly, the match was good, but in my opinion, it could have been way better. And then Bray Wyatt defeated Rhino. After hitting Sister Abigail after the match. Matt Hardy invited Wyatt to face him in the Ultimate Deletion at the Hardy Combo. I am really looking forward to that match. I mean, it's not going to be at WrestleMania, but it's going to be on a while before WrestleMania. So I'm really looking forward to this match. I hope it's just as good as the Final Deletion match. Honestly, since Matt Hardy has full creative control, I expect a lot of high expectations, and I hope that Jeremy Borash gets to assist in this upcoming Ultimate Deletion match as well. And then The Miz hosted the 3rd season annual Mizzy Awards. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor won the award for putting themselves on the back, and Kurt Angle won worst decision by general manager. Rollins and Balor interrupted the awards. However, Miz ran them down and challenged them to a match against the Miztourage. Seth Rollins and Finn Balor defeated the Miztourage. This is a 3-on-2 handicap match. Rollins had a curb stop on Miz and got the pin. Balor was setting up for a coup de grace. After the match, Kurt Angle appeared and announced Miz's match for WrestleMania. Miz will defend the Intercontinental Championship against Finn Balor and Seth Rollins in a triple threat match. And then it was a main event. It was Paul Heyman appeared to respond to Roman Reigns' comments from last week. Heyman laid down the Universal Championship in the ring as a challenge and said Reigns will not beat Lesnar or take his title. Or Heyman asked if Reigns doesn't like his words, he can do something about it next week when Heyman brings out Lesnar himself. Reigns appeared and made Heyman pick up the title. Reigns said all he and the fans want is the champion to show up to work. Reigns told Heyman to tell Lesnar he can say whatever he wants to Reigns, but make sure he comes just for a fight. Excellent promo from Paul Heyman as always. Roman Reigns' promo was decent. It wasn't as good as last week, but it could have been better. But anyway, this Raw was decent at best. I would give this Raw a 6 out of 9, yes. This was just a okay Raw. I would give it a 6 out of 9. Anyway, comment down below and tell me what you like about the Raw SmackDown. Now it's time for your SmackDown Live review. And the commentators for SmackDown Live were Tom Phillips, Corey Graves, and Byron Saxton. Okay. The show, SmackDown Live. The show opened with a face-to-face confrontation between Charlotte Flair and Ruby Wyatt. Wyatt said she formed the Wyatt Squad to destroy the myth of Charlotte, and she would do that Sunday at Fastlane. This was interesting. This was a pretty interesting segment. I wouldn't say it was great, but it was a pretty interesting segment between Ruby Wyatt and Charlotte Flair. But not anything special. And then Ginger Mahal defeated Randy Orton. Bobby Roode sat in on commentary for this match. Roode eventually got up on the apron, which distracted Orton and allowed Mahal to hit the Callisis for the pin. It could have been better. They could have. Backstage, Rusev challenged Shinsuke Nakamura to a match at Fastlane, and Nakamura accepted. Becky Lynch defeated Carmella. Lynch made Carmella tap off the disarmer. I did not really care for this match. AJ Styles came to the ring to cut a promo saying he doesn't care what John Cena wants. The match that he and the universe wants at WrestleMania is Styles versus Nakamura. Dolph Ziggler and Devlin said Styles can take his dream match and shove it. I thought this was a really good promo. I really enjoyed this. And I agree with AJ Styles. I wanted it to be AJ Styles versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Then AJ Styles defeated Dolph Ziggler. This was a non-title match which ended in no contest when Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens hit the ring to beat down both men. Styles and Ziggler fought them off, and Shane McMahon arrived to order a fatal five-way match. Yeah, the match. This match was okay. Then it's a fatal five-way. Sami Zayn defeated Kevin Owens, AJ Styles, Dolph Ziggler, and Baron Corbin. This was a non-title match. Owens tossed Styles from the ring, and then Zayn hit Owens with the hell of a kick and pinned them to the victory. This was a decent match at best. It wasn't anything special, but it was a decent match at best. So does this mean that Kevin Owens is turning face? Is Sami Zayn gonna be like a heel by himself? This could lead to a lot of things. I did like Sami Zayn's promo at the end, so this could lead to a lot of things. But anyway, SmackDown was pretty much boring again. I didn't really care for it. I give SmackDown a 5 out of 9. It could have been way better in my opinion. They could have done a whole lot more. They could have done a better go-home show. So, but anyway, Raw won against SmackDown again this week. And now it's on NXT review. And the commentators were Mauro Ranallo, Nigel McGuinness, and Percy Watson. Okay, the commercial promo for the Dust Dain's first match plays before age. Then Mauro Ranallo, Nigel McGuinness, and Percy Watson welcome us to the center stage. Nigel hypes the Black versus Dain match. Ranallo shows a turn-up bracket and tells it's the rematch of the 16 finals happening right now. Authors of Pain defeated TM61 via pinfall following last chapter on Nick Miller to advance the second round of the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic. Razor Akam quick stop dominating Shane Thorne, but Akam shoves him into the wrong corner, allowing Nick Miller to make the tag and employ tandem offense. They get a quick pinfall attempt at a baseball slide and dive while the Offers try to regroup on the outside. After that, Miller gets caught trying a crossbody, and AOP starts working him over as we take a break. The former champs continue grinding mind on Miller until he's finally able to DDT Akam. Both men make tags, and Thorne's quickness allows him to take advantage of Razor, a cannonball in the corner that marks the bigger man after laboring a bit, but Shane gets him up for a Falcon Arrow 4-2. Tandem neck breaker puts Thorne at risk for a pin, but Miller breaks it up. TM61 fights out of a super collider suplex from Thorne, and a moonsault from Miller gets a near fall. Thorne gets powerbombed over the top rope on the apron, but Akam suplex Nick into the turnbuckles to set up the finish. I really thought this was a really good match. I really enjoyed this. The reporters tried to get General Manager William Regal to pick a favorite in the tourney, but he won't put pressure on anyone. After he leaves, UK champ Pete Dunne walks up as he tells the press that the belt is staying in the UK. Then Roderick Strong approaches to offer for his respect to the recent match. Undisputed Era, we interrupt them, mockingly ask if Roddy's begging for a rematch. The Bruiserweight shuts Adam Cole up, telling him he hasn't won anything since coming to NXT. Everyone steps up to one another, and Regal comes back to ask if there's a problem. Everyone says no and walks away. Very interesting backstage, very interesting segment. I like what NXT does. This is why NXT is way better than the main roster. And then Sanity in the basement stairwell summer, Eric Young and Alexander Wolf talk about their start in the Dusty involved that the chaos will win in this year's version. Nikki Cross laughs and jumps up on Wolf's back. Together they punch. Then Killian Dain grabs Alexander and says that first he's going for Aleister Black tonight. Bianca Blair defeated Renee found the pin up earlier. This was a squash match, not a bad match, but it was a squash match. And then Christy St. Cloud interviews Lacey Evans at a house show. Next week she faces Dakota Kai. Evans says she's here to show us what a classy woman looks like, and Kai is another classless example of the women's roster. She's seen Dakota in and out the trainers' room after her one to Shayna Baszler. So next week she's going to test that on. Baszler walks up and Lassie eats a quick exit. The Queen of Spades says she's been counting Ember Moon for weeks and hasn't heard anything. Normally a fighting champ would respond, but Baszler guesses the silence is her answer. I like this. I really like this. Lacey Evans. I think I see a hell of a lot of potential. This is how women should. This is how women the women's division on SmackDown should cut promos. Take lessons from NXT because these women know how to cut promos. And then Heavy Machinery talks to Dusty while working out. Talks to Dusty Memorial while working out, and Tucker Knight pulls up Otez Dazovic on a sled and says last year they were revealed, but this year they aged the beef. Otis says, oh yeah. Tucky says this year they're winning the thing. Dodger says eventually he throws the mic after climbing out of the ring to retrieve it. He comes back again. He drops it in disgust and leaves when the crowd won't stop. He gets his sorry. Sorry about that. Okay. Let's see. Let's read. Sorry about that little minor connection. Let me read it again. Tommaso Ciampa drags his crutch on stage and slowly makes his way to the ring while the crowd boos and chants, "You suck," every time he raises his mic to open his mouth. The boos and "We want Johnny" chants get loud. Eventually, he throws the mic after climbing out to the ring to retrieve it. He comes back again, but drops in disgust and leaves when the crowd won't stop. He gets "Hey, goodbye," but as he stalks the ringside area and tears up a Johnny wrestling. Then he beats the whip sign with his crutch till it's bent before heading to the stage and soaking in the booze before finally leaving. I really enjoyed this. This is what makes a wrestling good heel. When a heel is about to speak but gets booed by the crowd and refuses to speak and goes and tears up a sign, I like it. Tommaso Ciampa is an excellent heel. This gimmick is working for him, so I really like how NXT is booking Tommaso Ciampa as a heel. Not saying anything because the crowd is booing him. I like that. And I loved how he ripped up the Johnny Wrestling sign. And I don't think it's the last we've seen of Johnny Gargano. I think Johnny Gargano is eventually going to come back in NXT. But the way that booking Tommaso Ciampa is really well done. This is what, and he didn't need to say anything. This just proves what a true heel he is. How he doesn't care about the fans' boos. He just says nothing and whips up a sign. That really makes him a really good heel. Before the main event, we learned that in addition to Evans vs. Kai, we're getting Cole vs. Dunn, Street Profits vs. Heavy Machinery, and Sandy vs. Sabatari and Moss next week. Aleister Black defeated Killian Dain via pinfall while following Black Mass. Black enters the first and sits in the ring waiting for his opponent. At the end of the bell, Dain beats Aleister into the corner for a drop kick for a 2. The Beast of Belfast stomps and avalanches, but Black dodges a charge and hits a flurry of kicks, which causes Killian to roll out and regroup. Aleister takes him up to the floor with a moonsault as we go to a break. Black working kicks when we return, gets shoved and hits a big crossbody. Dain goes to work on the midsection while Nigel and Percy discuss how weakening his core will limit what he can do with his legs. Black eventually slides out of a suplex attempt and begins kicking the bigger man's legs out from under him. He eventually takes him down and hits a quarter for a 2. After being sent to the apron, Aleister goes to the top and leaps him to a lariat. After lariat kicks out of a cover, Killian picks him up by the beard. Exchange of strikes, but the spine buster puts a Dutchman down. A center bomb invader bomb gets a 2. Black is lifted, lit on Dain's shoulders for the Aleister plantation, but Aleister slides off and tries a warp. This only gets a 2 when both men stand up. Black hits his finisher out of nowhere. Awesome main event, really well done. Lots of good wrestling skills between both Killian, Dain, and Aleister Black. I like those. Those guys can go. And I definitely want to see more wrestling matches between them too, because they can definitely put on one hell of a show. I like this. This is very interesting. NXT, and I enjoyed this home tight NXT show. A lot of good wrestling skills from the show. I would rate NXT a 9 out of 10, 5 stars, 2 thumbs up. NXT definitely beat Raw and Smackdown Live. Monday Night Raw wasn't bad at anything. Monday Night Raw wasn't bad at anything. It was just kind of bland this week, you know. It was better than SmackDown, but if you really look at it from a standard point of view, it was kind of bland. The only good thing about Raw was pretty much the opening segment. Everything else just sort of felt they could have done more. But yeah, the only thing the only thing I really liked about Raw is when is the opening segment. That's the only thing I pretty much liked about it. But anyway, yeah, I liked how like I said, for the Raw brand, I like how Kurt Angle booked him and Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie at WrestleMania. I liked how Triple H and Angle then began the brawl, which ended in Triple H breaking free from an ankle lock. I like how Stephanie McMahon snuck up from behind on Rousey to knock her down for 4 before running away. Angle then escaped from a pedigree and attempted to briefly apply a second ankle lock that Stephanie helped break. Then Rousey pulled Stephanie back by the hair and hit a Samoan drop. I like the Samoan drop Ronda Rousey did, but everything else about Raw was okay. SmackDown was just kind of boring this week, but NXT, that show was phenomenal. Great. Great way to open NXT. Great main event. Aleister Black versus Killian Dain was a really phenomenal main event. Tommaso Ciampa not saying anything, getting booed from the crowd. Raw and SmackDown need to take lessons from NXT, because NXT is where it's at. Yes, Raw only got a 6 out of 9. SmackDown got a 5 out of 9, and NXT got a 9 out of 10. So NXT is the winner. NXT is the winner as always. NXT is the show to watch. And there's a lot of good build-up set up at NXT as well. But hopefully next week's Raw and SmackDown Live gets better. Anyway, you know who to subscribe to. You stay classy, live long, and prosper. Peace out. And comment down below and tell me what show you like better.